Hey guys, in this video, we're going to talk about what's happening with immigration. There are so many different pauses going on, and you might be a little confused about these things. So I'm going to break it down for you in this video and tell you exactly what you need to be thinking about and maybe even doing in light of what's going on with immigration today. Thanks so much for being with me, friends. I'm Latoya McBean Pompey, an immigration lawyer in New York, working with clients nationwide at McBean Law and also globally. You may reach out to us at 914-898-9488 to meet with an immigration attorney to discuss your immigration problem. Before you go today, friends, do me the favor and subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so that you'll be the first to get notice of these videos each week. Now let's talk about what's happening with immigration these days and the different pauses that you've been hearing so much about. The first thing that you really need to understand is the policy mindset of individuals in Washington, D.C. who are calling the shots on immigration these days. And these policy folks in the White House, guys, have a mindset about immigration that is dictating what we're seeing today. The mindset is this: to place a moratorium on immigration from third world countries. That's what's being reported, guys. And so what exactly does a moratorium on immigration from third world countries look like? Well, it looks like an immigrant visa pause based on public charge grounds, or it looks like a travel ban, or it looks like pausing immigration here in the United States for nationals from a third world country and also travel ban countries. So this is how you see the policy mindset being played out, and it's impacting maybe you, your family, or it could be impacting your business. Now that you understand the intent here, let's talk about the first pause that's in place, and it has to do with the USCIS adjudication hold. This is a nationality-based policy that is being applied against nationals from one of the 39 travel ban countries. And you'll see that on this list are countries that are fully restricted from traveling to the United States, and then there are other countries that are only partially restricted. These individuals, through various policy directives by USCIS, are now facing an adjudication hold, which means that their case cannot proceed through USCIS, which is an agency that processes immigration benefits application. That agency will not allow these cases to go to final adjudication, to that decision point, to that final outcome. And for some people, that final outcome is a work permit, or it's a green card, or it's a naturalization oath ceremony. And also for students who are going through the OPT process, it also applies to them as well. This pause is significant. As a matter of fact, because it is so significant, McBean Law, through our litigation practice, LIFT, Litigating Immigration for Freedom Today, we have our 39-country USCIS adjudication pause lawsuit progressing through the federal court in Boston, and we're currently onboarding for round 2 of this lawsuit. With respect to this pause, it's applicable to individuals who are U.S. citizens, believe it or not. Yes, even U.S. citizens are facing this adjudication pause who were born in one of those 39 countries. If they have a petition for a relative, well, their petition is also facing this adjudication hold. Also, it applies, of course, to the beneficiary immigrant from one of those 39 countries. And what we're talking about here is pretty much almost all application types at USCIS are under this adjudication hold. So that's one way the government is carrying out its agenda to shut down or close immigration for certain nationals. Now let's talk about the second pause. And the second pause has to do with those of you who are going through the consular process. You're abroad and you're going through the immigrant visa process. The immigrant visa process is also paused, so to speak, for nationals from 75 countries. The 75 country folks are facing this issue slightly differently than the 39 country USCIS adjudication pause folks. And the big difference is this: the embassy process will continue all the way until the end, meaning that you will actually be interviewed for the visa, but then they're going to give you an exit letter which says that they're sorry. That's if they even say they're sorry, but they cannot approve your immigrant visa because of this pause, and they'll place your case in administrative processing, which is an indefinite hold on your immigrant visa. Why? And you have done nothing wrong but follow the rules and follow the steps all the way through to the end and paid your fees, by the way. Why? Because it's just a policy decision that came right out of the White House, in which they said, well, if you're from one of those 75 countries, well, we think that you might be at a greater or higher risk of becoming a public charge, which means that you will become dependent on our welfare system here in the United States. Despite the fact, friends, that there's already a system in place to catch those issues and ensure that you have a sponsor, a financial sponsor here in the United States who will be on the hook for you. With respect to the 75 country pause, we also have a lawsuit going, and for us, it's for nationals from 52 of those 75 countries who are going through the litigation process with us. Now, the number one question that I'm asked online is this: when will these pauses be lifted? And friends, the answer is no one knows. They are indefinite, so we have no idea when the government will lift these two pauses so that folks can go all the way until the end successfully if you have a good case. And if your case is not so great, well, work with an immigration attorney to find out what went wrong and how you can get back on track and maybe appeal the decision or present a stronger case to the government. If you find yourself caught up in one of these two pauses, friends, you could take a look at our website at mcbeanlaw.com/litigation to see whether onboarding is open for either the 39 country USCIS adjudication pause or the immigrant visa pause. Friends, I hope this has cleared it up for you. Comment below, let me know your thoughts on this one, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.